Okay, comments I have about the speedruns. Sonic, I love you. I have no problem with you whatsoever. That took maybe 4 or 5 goes. Not a problem at all. Skeleton King. I don't know what on earth is up with the lag. I have played this game on a PC, you know, that has what you suppose you'd call a tower. You know, where you turn the thing on and you put CDs in, whatever. That's completely separate from the monitor. It has its own monitor, etc. How old is this thing? I don't know, but older than my laptop. And for both the Skeleton King and the second phase of Solgrin, it seems to have no problem running these. The laptop actually, for the most part, for the most rest of the game, is a lot smoother. The normal platforming sections, etc., are fine, and you know, I'd say they're slightly more fluid than the PC I played it on. But why my laptop just doesn't like those two bosses? I said the possibly the actual recording, possibly the moving backgrounds. I don't know, but yeah. And the lag clearly does something very peculiar to the time for this boss, because I've got the speedrun achievement on the standalone PC, and I've had to actually, you know, weave through that giant spike that comes my way. I've then had to wait for the basically what happens after that. I've not got to show it here because I've killed Skeleton King before he had to do the spike weaving. This pattern basically repeats, so he'll then summon the lightning again, he'll then throw zombies and then fire at you, and etc, etc. So on the PC I've had to weave through the spike, wait for the lightning, probably have to dodge a couple of zombies and the fire shots that come at me, and then killed him, and then still got the speedrun achievement. So I've killed him here before I've had to do any spike weaving, and actually looking at the I was very conscious of the time as I was going through. I actually beat him on this run in 112 or 113 seconds, so I just got it. And that was without having to go through the spike weaving or wait for the lightning or anything else. I looked back at the time on my actual run through the main game, and it was something like 117, 118 seconds. So I just missed it by 2 seconds the first time round. So obviously the lag does something very peculiar to the time on this boss, but who cares? It's done. Yay. Megaman. Again, I love you. I have no problem with you. Why was I stood still during the middle of that fight like a complete muppet? Well, thanks to Dell Support Center pop-up, that completely meant that I lost all control of the game. So it took me the length of time to realise what had happened, to close down the stupid pop-up menu, then tried to go back and play the game, but of course, having closed the pop-up menu down, I've now deselected the window of my game, so I had to reselect the window of the game and then move off. But yeah, despite all that, I still beat Megaman. I still did it in time. I'm just that good. And incredibly lucky, because the moment I moved off, one of the rings that Ringman shot was just about to get me. So yeah, thanks Dell. But despite that, you still didn't screw me over. I still did it. So yeah, I thought I'd leave that in. And that brings us to one more, which obviously at the moment you can see I haven't done. I might talk about this actually while I'm in the process of fighting him again. I may not beat him again, but I'd maybe just go through, just so you're not watching nothing. I might go through and actually play him a couple of times and explain why I don't think I'm going to do this. But while I'm here, let's just take an opportunity to flag up that for some reason I don't have the Music Master, which is achievement, which is obtaining all the CDs. And that's because the Do It Live does not seem to have registered. Nor, by the way, does I Choose You, which is when I obtained Ghastly back in Cheetahman World 3. So I don't know if you're doing any more updates to this game, Solgren. It doesn't look like it. This has been the final version for quite some time, but if there's any way you could find to fix that, not that it really affects the general game at all, it's just a very slight minor irritation, having got them, that I don't seem to get them registered. And yeah, I will, flicking through these, I'll also say, I'll ask you if you would consider possibly changing this. And yeah, I'll explain why as I'm actually fighting this thing though. Hang on a second. Right, in the 3 minutes I have left, let me see if I can explain this. Missing No. This is not the first incarnation of this boss. He now has a shield. He didn't used to. When he didn't have a shield, you could do something like this. Now, I have no problem with the shield being added if it stops cheesing of the boss to the point where you could pretty much just do that with a giant character with enormous bullets, just jump up and shoot him all the time. Then great. I have no problem with the shield being added. What I have the problem with is the time limit staying at 64 seconds. 64... What the hell just killed me? Not that I'm that bothered. 64 seconds. Now that he has a shield on, the only chance you have to attack him is when he's down the bottom, having finished one of his attacks. And some of them take ages to get through. Like Gust here. I don't know how overall how long this attack takes, but I'd imagine it's at least 10 seconds, if not longer, that you just haven't got any time to hit him with. So, when have you got the time to hit him? You would have to have the luckiest set of moves, as far as I could see. The ones that take the least amount of time, that one, Razor Leaf, Splash, and maybe Hyper Beam. This one, if it's... Oh, Charging Laser, whatever you call it. Yeah, Hyper Beam. And anything else, I mean, Tri Attack, Gust, Rock Throw, they all just take so long that, as far as I can see, you have not got the time to be able to beat him in 64 seconds. Hydro Pump in particular was a very decent attack when he didn't have a shield, because while you're up in the air... I hate that move. While you're up in the air... yeah, trying to dodge that. You can actually get some hits in previously when he didn't have a shield, but you can't do that now. So, yeah, my problem with the time limit on this is effectively that the window of opportunity to hit the boss is practically non-existent to be able to get that. You'd have to have, as I say, the luckiest set of attacks, and personally I have no desire to sit here waiting for a desirable set of attacks like Splash, Hyper Beam, Razor Leaf to happen over and over again, because I don't care how fast your trigger finger is. I don't mind continually being slow, and it is, but no, 64 seconds is too short. So yeah, I won't be doing this one, I'm afraid. I think that's all right for the speedruns. So yeah, well, that's all I wanted to say anyway. So see you next time.